The Mishnah in Pirkei Avos says, "V'al tihi rasha b'fnei atzmecha." Don't be in your own eyes. You shouldn't be in front of yourself. You shouldn't think of yourself as a rasha. Why? Pirush HaMishnayos Rambam. Im yachshev ha'adam es atzmei rasha. If a person considers himself a rasha, so I'm bankrupt. So if I'm bankrupt, I'm not even going to try. Lo teh chamura be'einav shum avera l'asaysa. No avera is going to be chamer in his eyes. No avera is going to be too much because I'm a rasha anyway. What do we see from here? First of all, when you tell somebody you're a rasha, you're bad, you're a loser, what's going to be of you, nothing's going to become of you, Rahman al-Itzlan, first of all, it's false. And it's just a lie, and you're just burying somebody with those words. But then you make them worse. Because if I'm such a bad person, I'm not going to try. So you stop them from doing mitzvahs. It's a terrible michshel. It's a terrible stumbling block. They do less mitzvahs and they do more averis. But it's not just rasha 100%. If you're 50%, if I tell you you're 50% bad, if I make you feel bad about yourself, if I make you feel you're not good enough, it has also an effect. Less cheshik for mitzvahs. Doing the mitzvah with less cheshik. So doing less mitzvahs and also doing mitzvahs with less enthusiasm. Thinking less of myself. Broken self-esteem, do more averis, don't care so much. So maybe it's not going to be like 100% rasha, you do 100% every avera because no avera is considered bad for you. Maybe it's not that. But maybe it's 50% or 25%, you make someone feel like you're not a tzaddik, you're not wonderful, you're not amazing, I don't see the good in you. So then you'll do 20. That person is going to be in his world, do less mitzvahs on his level, and is going to do more averis in his level, even if it's not such terrible averis, but some averis. We hold the fate of other people very much in our tongue, in our mind, in our heart. Tzaddikim didn't do that. Tzaddikim didn't make somebody feel bad. They said things that made the person idud, encouraged them to become better. They gave chizuk to become better. Talked about how great people are so that way they'll want to come back. We have to be very careful. At least do nothing. The first rule is do no harm. That's what Yitzchak Zilberstein writes. So sein gesund. Yitzchak Zilberstein writes. He says the first thing you need to know when it comes to chinuch is do no harm. And therefore, there will be times that you'll choose that the best route right now is to do nothing. So that way you won't cause harm to the nefesh hayeled. If you might break somebody's arm, you don't do anything. Everybody knows this story, right? If somebody gets hit by a car, Rahman al-Itzlan, and they're lying on the street in a pool of blood, what do you want to do? You want to lift them up. But everybody says right away, don't lift him up. Why? You could paralyze him. So sometimes you got to do nothing. Someone says, oh, you should do nothing? So I said, you should do bad? Everyone talks funny when they're saying the wrong thing. I should do nothing? Nobody calm and saying seicheldike things. People talk normal, right? One says, I should do nothing. So I said, well, if you have two choices, one of them is doing nothing, and the other one is hurting your child, even potentially hurting your child, bad, really hurting your child, or someone else. Yeah, of course you do nothing until you work it out and you decide what to do. You don't have to decide right now. You could wait 3 days till you calm down. You could wait a week before you do something. You know the Maaseh with the Chazon Ish, Zatzal, where a Rebbe finally got fed up with a kid. He said, I'm throwing him out. And the Chazon Ish said, no, 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 no. Finally, he said, Rosh Yeshiva, it's either me or him. If he doesn't get thrown out of yeshiva, I'm leaving the yeshiva. The Chazon Ish said, on him, you're paskening dinei nefashos, about expelling a kid from yeshiva is dinei nefashos. You need a bezin of 23. The guy was like, no, but I can't. He says, no, I hear you. You're saying the kid needs to be thrown out, but you're only one. We need 22 more people. But for you, whether you should keep the job or not is dinei mamanis. You have a money question. He says, for mamanis, for money, you only need a yachid mumcha. You only need one dayan who's an expert. He said, I'm a yachid mumcha, and you can leave. And this person wasn't just any Rosh Yeshiva. He was the Rosh Yeshiva of the Chazon Ish's yeshiva. Can you imagine the Chazon Ish picked him because he was the most roi, fitting to be the Rosh Yeshiva of this yeshiva, representing the Chazon Ish, teaching the Chazon Ish's Talmidim. He said, yeah, but I can't do murder because of you. And then the Chazon Ish went the next day and he taught the shir because He had nobody else because he fired the Rosh Hashiva. Because the Rosh Hashiva said it's either me or him, or the Rosh Hashiva quit, we should say. A few weeks later, the Rosh Hashiva came back in and he quit, and he started again. Al Ti Rasha B'fnei Atzmacha means if somebody's going to think bad of themselves, they do less good. If you make your child or your student or anybody else feel less good about themselves, you're causing them to do worse. Human nature. Pirush HaMishnayos LaRambam. Can't argue with that.